The top 1% of software engineers in 2026 aren't building the next Stripe. They're running 3% service businesses, quietly out-earning most Y Combinator startups. And nobody posts about it on X because it does not sound sexy, which is exactly why you should pay attention. I have personally helped dozens of software engineers replace their 9-to-5 income in the last 2 years through my startup accelerator, Code to CEO. Almost every single one of them started with services. The ones who tried to skip that step and jump straight to a SaaS, well, they didn't do too hot. Still broke, still in their cubicle, still finishing the MVP 12 months later. So in this video, I'm going to show you the real reasons the top 1% deliberately pick services over SaaS, even when they have the skills and the money to build whatever they want. By the end of this video, you will understand why SaaS is actually the worst first move a developer can make, and why the people that you see winning online have been lying to you by omission. Here's the first thing that nobody will tell you. SaaS isn't a business model. SaaS is a distribution play dressed up as a business model. Take every single solo dev SaaS you've seen hit $1 million in annual recurring revenue on X. Mark Lau, Peter Levels, pick any of them. Before the SaaS worked, they already had an audience, they had followers, they had a distribution channel that they had been compounding for multiple years. Their overnight successes were really just half a decade sales funnel that eventually had a product attached to it. Now, let us take the average developer watching this video right now. You most likely have no audience, no big distribution, maybe 200 connections on LinkedIn, give or take, that are there, and 30 of whom are probably gonna be your cousins. So if you launch a SaaS in that position, you're going to be shouting into a void. Your product could be objectively better than, let's say, Notion, and it still wouldn't matter because nobody knows that you exist. The product was never the real bottleneck. Distribution was. And once you see that, the entire SaaS first dream starts to fall apart. Here's where services quietly solves a problem that SaaS never can. When you sell a service, every single paying client becomes a distribution channel on day one. They refer you, they tell their friends at the next industry event, they become testimonials, they become case studies, and they eventually become content, and one client turns into 5 turns into 20 turns into multi-million-dollar business. So you're building a distribution engine while still getting paid to actually build it. With SaaS, you do that for free for 2 years before you even see a dollar coming in. With services, the distribution pays for itself from week one. But that's not even the main reason the top 1% actually pick services. The real reason is way more interesting than that. You see, services are what I call a time machine. Every conversation with a paying service client is you time traveling into the brain of your future SaaS customer before you write a single line of code. You're watching them work, you're seeing their real spreadsheets, you're hearing the exact words they use to describe their problem, and you're noticing that they hate, which ones they've tried, which ones hasn't worked, and which ones they just tolerate barely enough. That's market research that McKinsey would charge 7 figures for, and you're getting paid to pretty much do it. This is exactly how Sandra, one of our founders inside Code to CEO, actually went from 2 overemployed full-time jobs to over $20,000 a month in consistent income, and quitting both jobs within 6 months. She didn't start with a SaaS idea. She started consulting healthcare companies, and within 3 months of working with those clients, she saw the exact same problem happening over and over again, and that's when she decided that she's going to productize with a particular SaaS. She didn't have to validate with surveys. She didn't have to post, "Oh, would you pay for this?" on Reddit. Her clients were literally asking her to build it, and she knew the exact price point before she even built it. She knew the integrations, she knew every objection before the prospect could even say it out loud. So that's what service does. It compresses your SaaS learning curve from years into weeks. And you are the highest paid market researcher on the planet while it's happening. Now, let me attack the biggest objection that you're probably typing in the comments right now. But Buko, services don't scale. Services is trading time for money. It's low leverage. I don't want to replace my 9-to-5 with another 9-to-5. This is the most confidently wrong take in the developer world in 2026, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. SaaS without distribution has 0 leverage. 0 times anything is still going to be 0. You can have a platform with infinite scaling potential, but if nobody's on it, The leverage is theoretical. It exists in your pitch deck, in your head, but not in your bank account. Services with a system, on the other hand, even with being lower leverage than a SaaS, has still absurd leverage. You hire people, your product has deliverables, you sell recurring retainers instead of one-off project, you 10x your prices by picking clients who pay 20 grand a month instead of 2,000 a month, because now you're solving a 200 grand a month problem for them. I know developers right now clearing 30 to 50 grand a month from service-based businesses they run in 2 hours a day. That is what real leverage looks like. Not maybe in 18 months if the SaaS takes off, I'll have something going for me. And here's a part that really messes with people. Every successful SaaS that you admire started as a service. Airbnb, the founders were renting out an air mattress and serving breakfast. That is a service. Shopify was a snowboard shop. Netflix was a DVD mailing service. Stripe's first few customers had the founders flying in and literally integrating the API by hand. All of these things are services. You were taught that services and products are opposites of one another. They're not opposites. They're part of the same thing. They're just in different stages. You earn the right to build the product by first running the service. Anyone telling you differently is either A, selling you a course, or has never actually done it. But here's what I want to leave you with, because this is the part that separates the top 1% from the other 99. It's not actually only about service versus SaaS. It's more so about identity. Most developers never leave their 9 to 5, not because they can't write the code. They most definitely can. You can, for example. But the real problem is they never make the identity shift from employee who ships features to owner who solves problems. Services force that shift immediately. The second you sit across from business owner, look them in the eye and tell them that their workflow is costing them 40 grand a month and you can fix it for 10, you are no longer an employee. You can't be. Employees do not negotiate outcomes. Employees do not price risk. Employees do not own the result. If you go with the SaaS, you're going to be behind your laptop for years, shipping features, pushing to prod, and cosplaying as a founder while still thinking like an engineer. That's why most solo SaaS founders are really just unemployed engineers with extra steps. Services are not going to let you hide behind your computer. It's an identity pressure cooker. You're either going to become a founder in 90 days or you're going to quit. Either way, that question is going to get answered first. And that speed is worth more than any amount of MRR that you're going to get from a SaaS. And look, I'm not going to dress this up and tell you that this path is, just sunshine and rainbows. It's not. You're going to hear no's, you're going to get rejected, you're going to doubt yourself, you're going to have weeks where you wonder if you're actually cut out for any of this. But the alternative is 20, 30, 40 more years of building somebody else's dream and watching non-technical founders take your code and turn it into money that you will never ever see, waiting for a promotion that you earned 3 cycles ago that still hasn't come in. And when it does come in, it's only going to be an extra 5%, not even matching inflation. So that's the comfortable path. That's also the one that quietly destroys most developers that I meet. Understand that the top 1% of software engineers aren't smarter than you. They're not more talented than you. They just understood the sequencing. Services first, distribution second. Then the product that actually makes you rich. So stop trying to skip stages. Stop building the SaaS that doesn't have a customer yet. Stop treating services like a consolation prize when it's actually the cheat code hiding in plain sight. The developers who are going to be winning are going to be the ones who actually take this seriously. So if you want to accelerate this transition, you need to apply to join Code to CEO, where you'll have weekly one-on-one calls directly with me, private community of founders who are actually building businesses, and quarterly in-person masterminds with founders doing 6, 7, and 8 figures. So apply to Code to CEO. It's an application-only accelerator built specifically for software engineer. It's going to take you no longer than 5 minutes to fill out. And if you are accepted, you will have a one-on-one call with me directly where we'll discuss next steps. The link will be in the description below, as well as the pinned comment in the comment section. And if you want to see exactly how I would go about starting a software business in 2026 as a software engineer, then I would watch this video right here. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good one.